Once a year, the sky opens a door. Not a metaphor, an actual alignment. The sun in Leo, rising with Sirius, the brightest star in our sky on the 8th day of the 8th month. The ancient Egyptians called this the return of Isis. Astrologers today call it the Lion's Gate portal. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to walk through that door together. Not toward abundance as an idea, but abundance as a frequency you already carry, waiting to be let back in. Find a seat or a place to lie down. Let your hands rest open, palms up if that feels right in your body. Let's begin. Close your eyes. Take one full breath in through the nose and let it go, longer than it came in. Again, breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Release for 6. Feel the weight of your body. Wherever you're sitting or lying, let gravity do its work. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. You don't have to hold anything up right now. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine and imagine a single root of antique brass light extending down from you, through the floor, through the foundation of the building, into the earth itself. This root is not asking the earth for anything. It is simply remembering that you belong to it, that you have never, for one moment, been separate from the abundance that sustains every living thing on this planet. Let that root settle. You are anchored. Now we can rise. In your mind's eye, before you, an arch begins to take form. It rises out of darkness, void black stone, ancient, carved with symbols you don't need to read to understand. At its center, a soft light the color of old brass. Warm, low, like candlelight held inside metal. This is the Lion's Gate. It has always been here. Tonight, or today, whenever you're listening, it simply stands open. Notice, you are not being pulled toward it. You are choosing to walk. This distinction matters. Everything you are about to receive, you receive as a sovereign being, not a supplicant. Take a step toward the arch. As you get closer, notice the threshold beneath it, the line on the ground where the old version of your relationship with money ends and where it begins again. Before you cross, pause here for a moment. Silently, in your own mind, complete this sentence, however it wants to come out, with no need to make it sound wise. The story I am leaving on this side of the gate is: let it go. You don't have to carry it across. It can stay right here, in the dark, where it no longer has work to do. Now, cross the threshold. Feel the light of the arch move over you like warm water. Brass, gold, a little oxblood red at the edges, like the last hour of a summer evening. On the other side, everything is quiet. Sirius hangs directly overhead, not distant but close. Close enough that its light feels less like something you're looking at and more like something you're remembering. This is the frequency of the Lion's Gate, not more hustle, not more proving. It is the frequency of a being who has already arrived, standing in the fullness of what they came here to receive. Ask yourself gently, if I already trusted that I was fully provided for, how would I stand right now? How would I breathe? Let your body answer before your mind does. Straighten, soften your jaw, let your shoulders fall from your ears. This is not a performance of confidence. This is what confidence actually feels like from the inside, when it isn't manufactured. It's remembered. Now, in this space beyond the gate, imagine a single flame in front of you, small, steady, ivory white at its core, brass at its edge. This flame represents your relationship with money, not the money itself, but the relationship, the trust, the ease, the permission to receive without earning your worth back every single time. Reach forward and place your hands around this flame, close but not touching. Silently repeat after me, or simply receive the words, if speaking even inwardly feels like too much right now. I am in right relationship with money. Wealth is not something I chase, it is something I allow. I receive with the same ease I give. My worth was never up for negotiation, and neither is my abundance. What is mine will find me, because I have stopped standing in its way. I cross this gate as the version of myself who already knows this to be true. Let the flame grow, just slightly. Let it settle into your chest, right at the heart, where it will stay long after this meditation ends. The gate behind you begins to soften, its edges dissolving back into the dark from which they came. It isn't closing, it's simply returning to formlessness, the way it does every year, until the sky calls it forward again. You don't need to walk back through it. You're not going back. You carry the threshold with you now, quietly, in the chest, wherever the flame is resting. Bring your awareness back to the root at the base of your spine, still steady, still connected to the earth. Wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders back once. Take one more full breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, a little audibly this time, like a sigh of relief. And when you're ready, no rush, let your eyes open. The Lion's Gate opens once a year in the sky, but the door you walked through today was always yours to open, and it will still be open tomorrow and the day after that. Anytime you need to remember who you are in relation to what you're worth.